Hi Flosstube, I'm Ellen and this is Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. It's going to be maximum, it's going to be cross stitch, and I don't think it will be an hour. I feel like it's going to be long today because I haven't been around. I haven't done a Flosstube for almost a month. Naughty, naughty Flosstuber. Anyway, I'm glad to be back. I've enjoyed watching everybody's Christmas videos and holiday videos, and especially their plan videos. I love a good planning video. And y'all have some very interesting plans, I've got to say. And I enjoyed watching them all. I really liked the Flossmas videos too, from Bendy and Caroline and Pam. Pam's Crafty Corner, and Patty Break, 4 boys and an NL girl. I loved watching all your Flossmas videos. It was really fun. But gosh, that must have been exhausting every single day, doing a little mini video and trying to come up with content. It's work, people. You might wonder why I'm sitting like this. It's because I need to do the big reveal. The big reveal. Do you like it? I love it. So anyway, what's been happening? Had a great Christmas. Went out to visit my mother in Selkirk, Manitoba, catfish capital of the world. I think I've mentioned that before. Had a really nice visit, very quiet. Christmas, as I've mentioned, is very low-key in my family, so it was just lovely. And as I think I mentioned in my last video, I had an opportunity to do a walk-on role for the Royal Winnipeg Ballet's production of Nutcracker. And so I showed up an hour before curtain. Actually, it was funny because I had the time wrong. I thought we were doing an evening show. It turns out there is no evening show on the Saturday. I wanted to go on the Saturday because I thought, oh, that's going to be the best night, Saturday night. You know, a lot of people, thinking I was so smart, but there is no evening show on Saturdays. It was only a matinee. So until about 2 days before the show that I was to do the walk-on for, I thought I was going to show up at 7 o'clock for my 8 o'clock walk-on. The show started at 2 in the afternoon, so I would have been 5 hours late. Luckily, I found out. So get there. Within an hour, I'm in costume. I did my own makeup. I had a wig. I looked fantastic. I looked like something out of Downton Abbey. I'll insert a couple pictures right here. So that was really fun. Dan, the bass player in the band, and I got to do that, and it was so much fun. And Tara Birtwhistle, who is a big muckety muck, and she's buddies with Dan, she said next year, and I'm going to hold her to it. Tara, can I do it next year? So fun. Anyway, if I can't do it next year, that's fine, Tara. I understand. But oh, so fun. So big thanks to everyone at the Royal Winnipeg Ballet for being so generous and patient with us as we bumbled our way through being party guests for in the background at in the background of the RWB's production of Nutcracker. I cannot even speak today. My dog is wagging. Oh. I thought my dog was wagging at his tail as someone coming to the house, which means I would have to stop the video because nobody needs to see me do this. There's also people next door at the building site, and they're going to walk by and they're going to see me talking to a camera and they're going to wonder what the heck, but I don't really care because I don't like them. Actually, do you want to see what's going up next door to me? Here, I'm gonna let you see. Look at this beautiful. That's what I get to look at. The whole house is that. There are 3 windows in the entire 3-story house. Okay, I have to stop this so I can put this proper. Sorry, I don't even know what I was going to say, but I had to adjust this thing, and I will never get the camera exactly the way it was. Anyway, the house next door is a disaster. There's 3 windows. It's 3 stories. It's all brick. They've had to redo everything 3 times. I'm afraid it's going to explode. Any whoozy whatsy, as Steph would say. So yeah, the whole Royal Winnipeg Ballet, Christmas time, friends, it was lovely. Yeah, but I'm glad to be back in Toronto, back into my little routine that I have, and looking forward to all the fun things that are coming up in 2020. This is still crooked. Okay, wait. Okay, so I'd like to start today a little differently with a little bit on some old finishes. As I say, I was in Selkirk visiting my mom, and I wanted to show you some of her knitting projects that she's done over the years and some stitching projects that I've done for her over the years. So if you're not into knitting or old finishes stuff, just zip right through and I'll see you on the other side. Hey Flosstube, I'm here in Selkirk with my mom. It's Christmas time, and I just wanted to show you a few things to show you that the acorn doesn't fall very far from the tree. This is Mickey's Baskets of Shame. All of her works in progress. This isn't actually all of them, but this is a fair assortment, I'd say. So my mom, who's right there, hi Mom. Hi Ellen. Is gonna just sort of explain what she is doing and what she wants to accomplish here. So what do we have here, this one? What do we have here? What is that?
These are Estelle sock twins. They're supposed to start in the same place and you get exactly matching socks.
Because you're a little bit obsessed about socks being the exact same, aren't you?
Yes, I like that.
Yeah, because nobody else does, but you do. And what's this bit of froth up here?
That's a hitchhiker scarf.
It's got sparkles.
That's a hitchhiker too.
And the yarn is that.
It's acrylic.
Which is good. We like acrylic, it's easy care. What's this gorgeousness here?
It's going to be a cowl.
Okay.
It is kind of beautiful wool.
The colors are amazing.
Yeah.
Did you just you got that wool at Michael's, didn't you?
No, this is at Wolseley Wool.
Ooh, fancy then. Wolseley Wool in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
My mother basically pays their rent. Here we have, oh, these are gorgeous. This is the Seattle ones?
Yeah.
Okay, what is
This one.
Okay, this is, what is it called?
Seattle Frame of Mind, and it's from Mustache in Texas.
Mustache Yarns? I'm not sure. I'll put it below where Mustache Yarns is, but we've got a few colorways from that gal because she's fantastic.
It rains all the time in Seattle, so it's kind of a neat name for it.
Yeah, moody and misty.
Yeah.
What's this here? You've hardly got anything started here.
Yeah, that's another kind of black and white and gray that I thought would make a good pair of men's socks. Not too gaudy, but didn't get far.
Now this one is also mustache yarn, is it not?
No, this is from, I think I ordered it on Etsy.
Oh yeah, right.
From Ontario.
Right.
Something about a dog. And it's called Air Force One.
Yeah, those colors are amazing. And the bag I ordered from a bag maker in Vancouver, and I can't remember who it is, but I will post it below. It's called Air Force One?
Yeah, it's called
Turtle Pearl.
The person who makes it. And it's nice to knit. Fun to knit.
It feels very soft. What's this nonsense?
Well, I had to buy this because I had never seen this prepared. I forget what it's called, kettle or something. Yarn. I got it at Romney in Toronto. And it's all prepared, pre-knit. And then you just take it off there as if it were a ball of wool and knit it up. But I think it comes out too kinky, so the stitches are not smooth. They're bumpy because it comes out of this pre-knit stuff and doesn't get washed ahead of time.
Yeah, I honestly, I know that a lot of people do this, but frankly, I just don't know the point. Why would you unknit something to knit something?
Yeah.
It's just adding a step.
But I bought it because it was interesting. And
yeah, you got to try, right?
Yeah. That's going to be a cowl for Ellen.
This is for me.
And it's a pretty pattern, has a loop And I started about 2 years ago. And
I should get it when I'm like 70.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Here are two in a basket. You get 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
2 whips for the price of 1. What do we have here?
Well, this one is from, they're both from Wolseley Wool and Cashmere Wellness. This one's probably going to be for Brian. And this one...
My husband does not watch Flosstube, so don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one's going to be for my son, I think.
I like this. That's very nice. Oh, what do we have here? This bit of frothy goodness.
Oh, I'm making a couple of prayer shawls. Our church gives them away to anybody who needs a cuddle.
Yeah, so you give them I think the premise is that you think of these people while you're working on
you
them.
say some prayers for.
Okay.
And they're both seed stitch.
Okay. Now, do we throw holy water on them just to...
No, the minister does that.
Okay. This is a great color, too.
Yeah, denim.
Ooh.
This is the Winnipeg Jets colors.
Oh, sorry, Brian. Oh, Jets goal. And did you get that?
At Wolseley.
At Wolseley Wool,
Yeah.
okay.
And this is the same wool that I knit my first pair of socks with, but I had enough to make another pair, so I thought I would make another pair.
I remember when you finished your first
Yes,
sock.
I
You were
took a
with me in
picture.
Toronto, and we have a picture of you with that one sock
Yeah,
on your foot.
and the old ones are over there. So, and this, Ellen really wanted. We saw a picture of it. It's by Yarn Harlot, yeah, and someone else who designed these colors. And so I tried it, and I think I redid this heel flap.
That one can just go away, the UFO pile. I
But
don't
it's
think you'll...
tulips, and now I'm past there, so I've picked up, and I'm ready. I'm just decreasing for the gusset, and I think it might be fine. But when I was making it, I undid it so many times that I gave up.
There's nothing worse than someone asking you to do something for them and you just hate it.
Oh, yes, I should show you the wool made out of jeans.
Oh.
That I bought
Yes.
to make you a long
And you
scarf.
made it. And you
Yes.
made it. You suffered through that for me.
It was interesting.
Oh, I wonder who these are for.
Oh, who could those
I don't know.
be
Do you
for?
think they'll be ready in 2 days for Christmas?
Well, this one's ready.
Oh. This one is called Licorice
It's
All Sorts?
It's called some kind of polka dot.
Oh, no. It looks like Licorice All Sorts.
Yeah. It's from Mustache in Texas, and it's called...
Polka Dot Afro Circus.
Yeah.
Again, I think we saw Yarn Harlot had knit a pair up in this.
Have we?
I think that's where I saw it.
No, you saw it online when you were looking for other wool.
Oh, but I thought I saw her do it, and then I went and looked for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so I just had to take out a lot of things, and see, I dropped a stitch, which I found. So I'm just about four rows from finished.
Yay, Merry Christmas to me. Okay, I think that's all there. So we'll just scooch over here. Those are my socks that Mum is darning for me because she's so excellent. Here are some finishes of socks. This is a mere fraction of the socks that my mother has finished in the last, I don't know how long. You've only been knitting socks for about 20 years.
When you were in the condo.
Yeah, and that, I mean, you've been knitting since you were 5.
7, yes.
So 7, so many years. And these are just a fraction of the socks that my mother has made for me and for other people. I think these are one of your favorites, right?
Yeah, those are rainbow. You got those on Etsy, the wool on
Did I?
Etsy.
I'm such a good daughter.
Yes.
These are mine. And she made these for me, but she's keeping them for herself.
Yeah.
She's selfish. These ones are for Brian for Christmas. Shh, don't tell him. She also... here's a sweater she made for me. Now, this is just one of many fisherman sweaters that my mother has made for me over the years. And this actually is one of the more sort of subdued ones. You've made ones that have many popcorn stitches and super elaborate. But I think this was a very complicated pattern, you said, right? I love this sweater. She also made these teeny tiny ridiculous slippers. with pom-poms on them that everyone needs. Oh, look, these have little flowers on them. Are your feet actually this small? How
no,
can
they fit me.
Okay, how can I be your daughter and you have feet that small? This is my mother's needlepoint pillow. It was originally going to be a piano bench cover, but we know how these things go. We've all been there. And here's a scarf, feathery feather, and some Christmas ornaments. Look at these. My mom made a billion of these back in the day. Gave them to all her friends. Are these knit or crochet?
Knitted.
Knit. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Probably from the 70s.
Mm-hmm. But everyone needs them. And a sparkly scarf. And a
chemo cap.
A chemo cap. Always good to know how to make those. And then these Afghans. How many Afghans do you think you've made?
Oh, maybe 25.
25 Afghans. These were sort of your go-to, the granny squares and the off-white sort of elegant Afghan. And I think I have do I have one? I don't have one of your Afghans, I don't think.
I think I gave you a beige one, but they were going to hurt your dog's foot. So.
Oh, I wouldn't have gotten rid of it. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think I have one. Maybe we thought about getting one. Anyway, that's a discussion for us to have privately in hushed, angered tones. Yeah, we were talking about these granny square ones, and you said you used maybe 25, 30 colors for them. And of course, in our old house, we had a veranda that we stored all of Mom's yarn. It was like 90% yarn. So she knows from hoarding. I come by it very honestly. So I think, is that it for what we've got?
So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's I'm sure she has stuff tucked under the bed that she's just ashamed of. So, yay, Mommy! Bye.
Bye.
Here is a little taste of some of the things I've made for my mom over the years. Most of it needlepoint. This one is actually a little bit recent, and I think I've showed pictures of this before. And this is a little handbag I made for my mom. And it's just using up scraps of needlepoint and so wool and cotton mixed together in abstract designs and lined with silk and with a little chain strap. My buddy Michael fixed that or finished that for me. This is actually 4 little mini needlepoint kits that I attached with this band, and I gave that to my mom years ago. This is a little embroidery kit that I got when I was living in England in the mid-90s, and this really was sort of one of the very first things I stitched as an adult. And it's not very good, but I think it's really sweet, and it was a lot of fun to do. I believe it's a stamped project. This is my first design that I ever made using stitching software. And, you know, obviously it's very weird and abstract stylized flowers, but I think it's quite charming in a naive sort of way. Here's one that's not so naive. This is an Elizabeth Bradley kit, and I made that into a pillow for my mom. I think it's called Summer Rose Wreath or something like that. Also made my mom this. It's a washcloth or whatever. Yeah, I'm a genius. Here's some Mother's Day cards I made for my mom. They are 2 little pieces from a book called Needlepoint Cats. I don't know if you can still get it, but there's a whole lot of cats in there. And there are 4 patterns of cats in windows with flowers. So these are 2 of those. And like, look at this. This is before I knew to look onto YouTube for finishing tutorials. I didn't know what I was doing. But the stitching isn't bad. Behind the Elizabeth Bradley, we have, I think I've showed a picture of this before. This is the small version of the cushion that I made for myself. And it's gorgeous. I did this on 18 count. So let's look at the tininess, shall we? Tiny stitches. There's Anne Boleyn. Yeah. I also did the pattern for this using stitch software, and look at how lumpy this is. This is before I realized that you can actually edit down the number of colors that a program will use. And there must be like 50 colors in there. It's nothing but confetti of very similar colors, and it just made it horrible to stitch. And it's done on, I think, 10 count needlepoint mesh and wool. Because I love the tutas. I love me some tutas. Here's a bookmark I made her with some extra fabric or extra flosses and backed in silk. Some Christmas ornaments. This is the recent one I showed in a recent Flosstube, and this one is a needlepoint one I made, oh, many years ago. But it's sweet. I think I made it it's from a book, but I honestly can't remember. Over here, get sick. These are some cushions that I made, naively thinking that this would be great for kitchen, for her kitchen, and then not thinking about, you know, white or off-white fabric in a kitchen and how dirty it can get, and then you can't really clean them. So we just sort of turn them upside down, but they're really cute. I was obsessed with the celery when I did this. So I did this back in the late 90s, I think. But I like them. I think the designer is called Lee, and they were hand-painted. So yeah, those are just some of the things that I've made for my mom over the years. And I mean, I think we can all agree that I'm pretty much amazing. Oh, and there's actually the piece de resistance. I forgot this. This is a little sort of notions pouch that I made for her. It's a humpback whale, and if you'll notice, the words say sexual predator. So I'm going to tell you the little story about that, but I'll tell you that when I turn the camera around. Okay, so the story about the humpback whale thing. My mom came out to visit Brian and I for Christmas. We went out to visit Brian's folks on Boxing Day for dinner. There was Brian's brother, there was my sister-in-law. It was a lovely little family gathering. This is about this time my mother had started to lose her hearing just a little bit, and she also had a really bad cold. So she was not on the top of her game. Wayne is going to knock the camera over, and I will seriously kill him. Not really. Anyway, so it's after dinner, and Mike had got these like nature videos, Animal Planet, and DVDs. This is back when people still got DVDs for Christmas. Hi, Wayne. And so after dinner, he said, does anyone want to come downstairs and watch the Animal Planet video on humpback whales? You know, why wouldn't we? But we all just wanted to sit around and talk. So we said, no. And about 10 seconds passed of silence as we were just sitting there enjoying our tea. And then I hear this little voice behind me saying, why would a humpback whale be a sexual predator? And that was my mom. She thought he said something about humpback whales being sexual predators. So that's what that little bag is all about. Little story for you all. Wayne is very interested. Hey, Wayne, show your pretty face. Here. Come on, Letitia wants to see you. Come on, Letitia wants to see you. Say hi to Steph. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Lindy Stitches. Hi, Letitia. Here's my junk. Here's my face. Goodbye. He's a good boy most of the time. Okay, so old finishes explanation. Let's do a giveaway. Now, this is not going to be a big surprise to you because a few other Flosstubers have been the beneficiaries of some generosity from Livia at Roveras, and I'm no exception. She sent me some charts and some goodies to give away to my watchers, my subscribers. So I'm going to do that now. And you know, when a couple of other designers have asked if I would do this, and I looked at their stuff, it just wasn't my style. And I didn't really feel comfortable doing that, but these are really cute. I would actually stitch these myself. So I'm gonna go check out her website afterwards and maybe get a little something for me too. Anyway, so yeah, let's do some giveaways. I've got 4 charts and some bits and bobs. So let's start with this one. Sweet Land of Liberty. Now, this one is not for me because I'm not an American person. But a lot of you are, and a lot of you celebrate the 4th of July. And this is really cute. And it comes with a little American flag button and some antiqued lace. Yeah, So let me just get that a little closer. Can you see that okay? Sweet Land of Liberty by Roveris. So if you would like to stitch Sweet Land of Liberty, leave a comment below that uses the word liberty. Okay, that'll be the keyword, liberty. And you do have to be a subscriber. I will check because I'm cranky that way and I want all the subscribers. The next one, this is really cute for spring. Daisy. And it comes with the antique lace again and a little tiny bee charm. Can you see that? I think you can see that. Sorry for the glare. So yeah, Daisy. Let's have another look at that. So if you would like to stitch Daisy, just leave me a comment that uses the word Daisy in it. You can enter for multiples. That's fine. This one might be a little bit late because it's a New Year's one, but you could always start it for next year, or it looks like it works up pretty quickly. It's 133 by 53, so you could probably do it in a weekend, no problem. It comes with a little ball ornament and snowflake and the antique lace, and this is what it says. What does it say? A new year's beginning. So if you would like to stitch A New Year is Beginning, just leave me a comment below with the word year in it, and I'll be looking for the word year. The last chart is, it's called, oh, it doesn't actually have, oh, Dead and Breakfast instead of Bed and Breakfast. That's funny. And so this is it. It's a little sign. It's a little Halloween chart. Really cute. And it comes with this weird skull, this really cool skull charm. Can you see that? I can't tell. And you can see where it is on the chart. It's right there. That's what it looks like. I hope this is focusing. So yeah, if you would like to stitch Dead and Breakfast, just leave me a comment that has the word dead in it. Cheerful. And the last thing, I don't know if she meant for me to keep these, but I don't think I will, because I'm not I don't make project bags, and I don't have any projects that have charms on them, but I know a lot of you do, and they're really cute. And Pam Schaffner, look up. Look at that. It's all nautical themed charms for your seaside stitches or your project bags that may have a nautical theme. And I'll give these away. So if you would like to have these seaside charms, just leave me a comment in the box below, in the comments below, that says SEA, S-E-A. And as I say, you can enter for all of them, or none of them. It's up to you. Again, I would like you to be subscribers. Don't use the word giveaway, be over 18. I will be drawing for this in my next video, which I'm hoping will be in 2 weeks because I've got a massive amount of haul coming. So in 2 weeks, so check back to see if you won. I'll only hold the winners for 2 weeks. So I had to stop because my dog walker came in and I'm embarrassed. Yeah, I'll only hold the winners for 2 weeks. If you haven't got in touch with me with your mailing address, I'm going to draw again because I'm cranky. So yeah, so enter to win those fantastic charts. And thank you to Lydia at Roveris for generously providing me and some other Flosstubers too with some charts. I know Caroline had some Roveris charts to give away too. So if you didn't win at Caroline, maybe you can win here. All right, I'm going to do haul now. Christmas time, one gets presents. One has given gift lists to one's family. So I'm going to show you what I got. Some gifts and some stuff that I purchased as well. This has been on my wish list for a long time. This is Long Dog Samplers Descending Order. And it's got modern colors, but right down here you put your mother's, this is the mother's line. So, you know, the last of the line would go here and up to the great-great-grandmother. So I'm getting the dates of birth of my maternal line for the last 5 generations, well, including myself. I know my birth date. And I'm going to put them in here. And I'm really excited about that. My mom has for many years done a great deal of family tree work, and there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. We've got some interesting folks. No criminals that I know of. My brother gave this to me. Look at this gloriousness. Actually, it's called the Glorious Sampler, and it is aptly named. Aptly named. It's got all sorts of weirdness in there, and it's red, so you're welcome, Brenda and Laura. I thought of you when I put this on my wish list. By, and I don't know how this is pronounced, Chlorami, by Ingrid German Prez, it's phonetically. Let me see, I'll put it down there. Can you see that? Anyway, look at that. It's big too. It's what you call a BAP, 350 by 335, but I'm here for it. Gonna do it, gonna love it. Next, I, like everybody else and their dog, took Nicola Parkman up on her lovely, lovely offer of reissuing the Uffendale sisters. Uffendale. And yeah, I got them both. Maybe this will be my screenshot. Hope so. I don't know when I'm gonna do them. I have ordered the linen from Kitten Stitcher, Shakespeare's Peddler, Teresa Vanette, and the one I would want to do first is Isabel. I like them both. They're both ridiculously beautiful, but I think I want to do Isabel first if I do. So that's in the to-do pile. I also got this little guy. I got this from Kitten Stitcher as well. Stacey Nash, the Paris sampler bag. I thought this was really cool, and I like the fact that it's so grungy looking. So I've got to find the right linen for it. Oh, sorry about the glare. I'm going to take it out of the bag so you can see it because it's really fantastic and grungy. And I think she said that she got it. She got the original piece at a little open air market in Paris. And if you've ever seen them, they have all sorts of like really neat things. And to find this little piece would have been just a real coup. So I like it. I like the letters, and as we know, it's a rule. Red sampler at all times. So that's another little one. Yeah, I might have that as a start this year because it's small and good to go on planes and such. And the last piece of haul I got, Diana, it is bloody kismet, said she's going to start this Sal, and I think it's Amy Brook as well. If I get it wrong, I'll have another I'm sorry section. Anyway, look at this, Quaker Seasons of Friendship. Where did I get this from? Dying to Stitch. Look at all the detail in that. There's a lobster. And I'm all about putting the initials of my friends throughout. You know, you're supposed to put your friends' initials in the season of their birthday. I don't know if I have that many friends. Well, I'll make some people up. Brad Pitt's my friend. I wonder when his birthday is. Actually, I'm not a Brad Pitt fan. I mean, I like him, but he's not my heartthrob. Yeah, so it's beautiful. I don't know when I'm going to start it. I'm not going to get in on the Sal, but I'm very glad that she alerted me to the existence of this magnificence, so that it is on my radar. Not my immediate radar, but on my general radar. Laura. Great, so that's my haul. I have a lot of haul coming for my next video. I've got 2 orders from 123. I've got something from Kitten Stitcher coming, and I've got an order from Victorian Rose Needle Art, which I've never ordered from before, but I saw some stuff on Brenda and the Serial Starter, Brenda and Laura, that they got that there, or I got some advice from her about where I could get a particular pattern that I wanted. Those 2 are bad for my wallet, but they're so good. I love you, Laura and Brenda. Laura, Brenda, you got to start saving your pennies. Elena, save your pennies, because what we want to do what I'm telling them what they want to do is I want them to come with me on a fancy lady stitch retreat at a spa resort. Like just a long weekend, not 2 weeks. Sit in our bathrobes, get massages, eat fancy food, and stitch by a pool. It's my dream. All right, works in progress. You know it, you love it. His Eyes on the Sparrow. Do I have the thing? I do. I actually am a little together today. His Eyes on the Sparrow. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. Beth Twist Heartstring Samplery. I've made a bit of progress. Let's see if I can. All right, let's go over here. People, I am rounding the corner on this. I have about just under a page and a half to go. Just that bottom corner. And then I will be done. This beautiful, beautiful, and I have to come up with the words I want to use. I think I have it, but I have to calculate the font and making sure it fits and everything. So it'll be nice to see this all ironed up and finished. I took a little bit of a break from it for it's been about a week because I had a New Year's new start. So I didn't work on it for a whole week, and that's the longest that I've gone without working on it since I started it. Started on October 14th. I'm gonna start keeping a journal too about my stitches because that's what people tend to do. It's my Caroline bag. Ever totes. Hey Caroline, are we still friends? I worked a little bit on Elizabeth in my Mama Joan bag. She's crazy looking, but she's freeing the birds, so I'm all about that. So I got a little bit more work done on her. Oh, please. Let me show you where I am on this baby. So I got a little bit more done, more of the leaves, and I started the bird cage. There's my needle minder from Erin 2 Martini Stitcher. Thanks, Erin. So I got a little bit, not a ton, because as I say, I had a new start, and I was, I've really been focusing on His Eyes on the Sparrow, but I wanted to get a few stitches in on this one because it's kind of creepy and delightful, and I don't want it to languish. So I'll just put that away. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle things. Everyone's crinkling, ding-a-lee-ding. In addition. In my So Much to Love bag, what do I have? Oh, Descending Order. The chart I got from my mom, which I showed you already. So let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Remember this one? This one I showed you? So this was my New Year's new start. And this is how much I've got done. It's also a big girl. I just sort of ran with doing the border, and I'm really hoping I haven't made a mistake. But it's nice because it's there's a lot of repetition, and it's sort of very geometric. And I love the blue on the white. I've been really enjoying 1/1 stitching. Or, I don't enjoy that, 1/2. I know a lot of people are, and I was until very recently, I needed really good coverage. I'm 2/2, that was my jam. But ever since I've started some of the more prim projects, I've really liked the sparse look. And I don't care if I can see little bits of linen through my stitches. In fact, I think it's kind of charming and old-timey. So I kind of like that. Sip of water. I'm going to sneeze. You want to hear me sneeze? It's funny. This one is in my Anna and her, I got her card here. This is my Anna bag, but that's not, I call it my Anna bag, but it's my Stitch Toolbox bag. She gave this to me. She's so nice. Thanks, Anna. So this, I am doing a little freebie from Kitten Stitcher that she puts in with some of her orders, Marjorie Massey. And it's just a little mini red sampler, small. This bottom I think is the bottom. So it's just a little square like that. And I've already made a few mistakes, but this I've done, I took this to Selkirk with me and I did it on the plane. And yeah, it's a good plain piece. Oh, and I'm using, I don't have them with me, I'm using dinky dies that Trish from Threads and Twined included in one of her orders, a little extra little gifty. So thanks for that, Trish. I've never used dinky dies before, and I'm glad to try them. Another Caroline bag. She's my friend. Caroline's my friend. I haven't showed this in a while because I haven't really done much on it. It's the Pig Pin Keep by Stacey Nash. I started the pigs a little bit. I'm going to get back to this in the next couple of weeks just to keep it going. So that's what I've got. One of the pinks that I'm needing to finish the border, it's been on back order at 1 2 3 Stitch for 2 months. So I finally just told them to not worry about it, and I will substitute a different pink for those other flowers in the bottom border there. I was going to make the pigs look like the pigs at Happily Ever Esther. I'm probably not going to do that. I'm just going to make them as they're charted, just because it just got to be too much. Oh, a couple more like almost haul things, but more stitchy kindness. Michelle Bendy sent me this in her Christmas card. It's a color in cotton silk. Look at how gorgeous this is. So grotty and delicious. It's like really old, slightly dirty jeans. I love it. Thanks, Michelle. And Teresa included this in her order to me because I had sent her some dummy stuff, and she sent me some X Jude. I believe these are silks. Yeah. And look at these great, these sort of prim, it's like 6 prim colors. 1 2 3 6. Look at them. Look at how sort of old weathered barn colors. This is prairie. This is the prairie in July. That's what this is to me. Green and gold and gray. Thanks, Teresa. These are lovely. I can't wait to try them. So yeah, that's all my whips and my haul. How about Crap That's Cool? I didn't do Crap That's Cool in my last video because I totally forgot. I had a plan of what I wanted to talk about, but I just forgot. Weighted blankets. I have, whenever I go to the dentist, I get them to put the lead-lined apron on me, whether or not I'm getting x-rays, because it just, they put the heavy apron thing on you, the whole thing, and instantly I go, and they could just drill through my cheek and I wouldn't know. So they told me that you can, hey, you can get blankets that are weighted. Who knew? So last year I got Brian and I weighted blankets. The company is Gravid, G-R-A-V-I-D, or Gravidi. I think they're a Canadian company, but you can, they're everywhere now. They're kind of a thing. And I love it. It does mean that you need less blankets because they are quite warm. They're warm and heavy. But instantly I put that thing on. If I have a nap with it, I'm out for 4 hours. I find that it really just, it makes you feel like you're being swaddled. And who doesn't want to be swaddled? So yeah, weighted blankets, awesome. I also listen to a sleep podcast. It's called Sleep With Me. And it's by this guy. His name is Andrew. He goes by Scooter. And basically what he does, among other things, is he talks for about 45 minutes to an hour. He will just discuss play-by-play of TV shows. like the Star Trek The Next Generation or Game of Thrones or The Good Place. And it's so boring that you can listen or not. And usually I'm asleep within 10 minutes because it's just boring. And he's got this really voice that he puts it on a bit, I think, but it just sort of really lulls you to sleep. And he goes off on tangents, and I didn't think it was going to help me because at first I thought, what the heck is this? But yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm actually a patron now. I give him money every month because I believe in what he's doing. I believe in how boring he is. So yeah, sleep stuff, weighted blankets and sleep podcasts. I'm into them. That's what I'm all into. Copyright infringement. All right, so that's Crap That's Cool. Wife of the week. I think you could probably guess who my wife of the week is this week. Did you ever know that you're my crusted hero? You are the Pam beneath my wings. I love Pam. I love Pam. She is my wife of the week. She is funny. She is smart. She is kind. And I think she's probably a little sassier than she shows up on her Flosstube. I think she's holding back. I think there's a sassy girl, really sassy girl, behind the camera, not in front of the camera. So yeah, I love Pam, and I would like to actually take this opportunity to hope that you can join me in prayer, a little cross-stitch prayer, if you will. Please bow your heads.
Steph's mother, who art in Ohio, hallowed be thy scroll frame. Thy whips begun will soon be done, whether small or a big-ass heaven. Unearth designs. Give us this day our fancy thread, and forgive us our missed stitches as we forgive those who are snobs about Ada. Lead us not into D-stash, but to deliveries from 123. For Pam's is the Krynic, the Belsoir, the Gloriana, forever and ever. Ah, Stitchers.
So yes, amen, Pam. I do want to just make a little comment about my t-shirt. Pam is a good sport. And I asked her if I could wear this shirt on my Flosstube. She said yes. Technically, this is copyright infringement. This is an image taken from her Flosstube channel that I put on a t-shirt without her permission. If she had said, Ellen, burn that t-shirt, I would have burned the t-shirt. So if you're planning on doing that with someone else, because it's funny, just make sure you get their permission because it's dicey. But Pam is awesome and said that she was okay with it. So thanks, Pam. I will wear this proudly. All right, I think that's it for Stitchy Goodness. Let's talk about some plans. I'm not doing a plan video because my plans are very simple. I am going to start a stitch journal so that I just can keep track of stuff because I've been really bad and I didn't know it was a thing until I started watching Flosstube. I'm going to do more whips this year. More starts. I'm going to have more works in progress going. I know that's the opposite of what a lot of other people are doing. People are trying to get through whips and finish stuff. But I've always been a sort of 3-4 maximum works in progress. I'm going to start a few more just to see if I like it. And if I find it too overwhelming, I'll dial it back. But I'd like to have more works in progress. That being said, I am going to sort of motor and try to get a finish on his Eyes on the Sparrow in the next month. I think I can do it in a month if I knuckle down. Yeah, so more whips, more starts, more fun. I mean, why not? I have the stuff. God knows I have the stuff. I can't stop buying. It's because of Brenda and Laura. I blame you. Delightful, delightful wenches. I'm going to do some sals this year. And I will show you what I'm going to do. I think I probably mentioned. There is one with Stitch in May. for her birthday sale in April. I've already got it kitted up except for the linen, but that won't be hard. Vintage Birds by Jeanette Douglas. And I think that's in April. And there is a And a Forest Grew sale. And I don't care if they are allowing people in it. I'm in on it. I think Erin, the 2 Martini Stitcher, and someone else who's awesome is doing it, her buddy. And they're starting on Arbor Day. Arbor Day. We don't have Arbor Day here in Canada. I think it's in September or something like that. So I'm finally going to start And a Forest Grew in September or thereabouts. I'm also thinking of restarting Elizabeth I, my Heaven and Earth designs of Queen Elizabeth I. As I mentioned, it's on needlepoint canvas, and it really hurts my hand to do those stitches. And I'm just not happy with the way it feels. I'm thinking of starting it on an even weave, and I think I'm just gonna do her face and her shoulders. What do you think? Should I do that, or should I just start the whole thing all over again? I don't know if I would actually finish it. Anyway, that's what's percolating up there, is that I might just do her head portrait style on like a 25 count Lugana 1/1. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, I feel like I'm really disjointed today. I've got some haul coming, as I said, excited about that. I have some shows coming up at the end of January here in Ontario, 8 shows or so. I have a one-off in February in Winnipeg, going on a little bit of vacation, a week away in February to Cuba. Looking forward to that. And then I have March off, and then April, we're going to the States again. Those dates are all up on our website if you're interested, crashestummies.com. And then in middle of May to middle of June, we're going to Europe. Germany, Austria, Netherlands, UK, and Luxembourg. So, oh, and in Belgium. I think we have one show in Belgium. So those dates will be announced in a week or two. And I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a grind. There won't be much time for sightseeing, unfortunately, because it's drive, play, sleep, drive, play, sleep, drive, play, sleep. But still, it'll be good to get back to Europe and see some cathedrals and stuff, because that's what they're all about over in Europe. Cathedrals, castles. Thanks, Bendy. Anyway, so that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Again, enter the Roveris draws. Remember to use the keywords dead. Oh, I can't remember what the New Year, New Beginning one was. I'll put it here, what the code word for New Year, New Beginning was. Daisy and Liberty. And C, S-E-A, for the doo-doos. So until I see you again, I hope you get some good stitching in and that you're having a good start to the new year. Happy, healthy, all that. Also, oh yeah, I wanted to mention 2 charity charts that are out now. Michelle Bendy's chart that she designed for Parkinson's, the Michael J. Fox Parkinson's Foundation. She designed a little piece for it. It's like $6. It's so nice, or so inexpensive, it's nice, and it's going to a great cause. So I'll put the link below or along here, depending on what I've learned. And then there's one from Fiddlesticks AU. It's a little koala bear for the koala, oh, what's it called? The koala bush fire. It's for the fires in Australia. It's like under $2 American. It's like $2 Canadian. And the proceeds from that go to help deal with the aftermath of all these horrible fires that are still raging in Australia. Seriously, we need to get some solar panels up. My 2 cents. So nice to see you again. And I look forward to seeing you again. And until then, rock on!